And so I want to play this scene from Buds because this is this used to be so inspiring for me to watch it. It was like, yes, I want to go through this. I want to do that. Now that I feel like I've been doing this long enough, I'm on the back end of it. It wrecks me because to me, I know how hard this path is. And I know the dudes who've rung the bell, who have opted out. And so like those two ideas of knowing how hard this path is and knowing how easy it would be to ring the bell. And then sort of the question I have for you, Rory, on the back end of this is, when have you wanted to ring the bell and why have you not?
You got it.
6 times 3. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up. 18. Oh!
Ring the bell 3 times, put your helmet on the ground, you're done.
2 minutes, you don't make it, you do it again. Have you ever tested this hard ever in your life?
Never.
Winning here is a conscious decision. Make up your mind whether you want to pass or choose to fail.
All right, now, gentlemen, I'm going to introduce y'all to something called not being able to breathe.
Andrew, come back. Come back to the light. Take all this shaking and all this cold, harness it, turn it into aggression.
You just prove to your bodies, through your mind, that you can push yourself further than you thought possible.
Go get wet! Run!
I met my limit, so that's it.
You sure you want to be here?
Yes, I do.
Are you absolutely sure?
I'm positive.
Whatever you have to do, just find an excuse to win. Keep going.
It pays to be a winner.
I like having my buddies that I can depend on, and I would like for them to be able to depend on me.
You guys are our band of brothers.
Man, I love the concept. Like, could you imagine if that's how we lived our lives? If there was a literal bell, like in our homes, oh my goodness, I'm about to do this. I'm about to buy a bell in our homes that we were like, when we were just at our most like vulnerable moment, ready to quit. And there was a bell in our house to let everybody know, hey, dad's bowing out. Oh my gosh. I don't think we would ever touch that bell, man.
But then on the other side,
I love the idea.
But on the other side, like when you've gone through something and you know it, then you're like, bang, 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 bang. I made it through this. What was it? I made it through the
maybe
ones.
2 bells then. Now I gotta get 2 bells. The victory bell and the defeat bell. When was there a time? Oh man. I mean, the easy one for me would be to go back not too long ago, probably about, I don't know, it was a few years ago. I got to a point where just the stresses in my life, the things that were going on, father of 3, and coming up on 10 years married. We planted a church here. I run a podcast that's going to turn into something that I'm not prepared for yet, but I'm training to get there, man. I'm training to get there. And this was before we even started the podcast too. And just life has this way, just like how they do in Buds, of pushing you to the break. And I see that scene, and you see those guys, and you see them going through hell. You see them spitting and snotting everywhere. And that one scene where the waves washing over them, and they're all singing Silent Night. I was like, oh man, that's the point you get to, right? Where you're like, I'm ready to quit, but I can hear them singing, so I'm going to keep singing. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep grinding. And so it was probably a couple years ago, I got to this point where I started to get hit with these really heavy demonic thoughts that I would say I had not really experienced before. I've been through tremendous amounts of things. Like I said, I'm a survivor of domestic violence in my previous marriage, and it was, I'm not just talking some slaps. I'm talking legitimate hospital trips and police and all. Yeah, it was absolutely brutal. And I definitely wanted to ring the bell multiple times during those 2 years. I just lived with the bell. But it was a couple years ago, and I got to this point where these thoughts started coming in my head, and they were the quitting thoughts. And I mean end quitting. I know you probably can't say that term on YouTube, but they were the unaliving thoughts. And I remember I was like, yeah, whatever. That's not an option. And I first started kind of wrestling with it for the first time in my life. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. Why am I thinking these things? So in my prayer time, I'm writing this stuff down, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to come up with a strategy to defeat it. And every freaking thing I did, Paul, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it out of my head. I couldn't get it out of my thoughts. And then it started to multiply. And it started to become a regularity in my life. And it was just dark thoughts. I was having crazy dreams where people that I love and cared about were getting murdered. And then there were dreams where I was doing the killing. There was some, and I'm like, what? I didn't know what was going on. I've never dealt with this before. And so I'm like, all right, God, I'm giving this up to you. I know you want me here. I'm not giving in. Right. We do the tough guy thing. I'm not going to quit. Right.